As development on the follow-up to FROSTPUNK II continues, gamers are guessing about what they may expect. FROSTPUNK II is a survivalist thriller resembling its predecessor and actually occurs 30 years after the events of the original Frostpunk. No official launch schedule has been announced by the title's developer, 11-bit Studio. However, they are already hard at work on the project. They haven't revealed anything about the title itself, but they have published a fascinating video to whet fans' appetites. Frostpunk, 11-bit Studio's frigid survival management game, released for PC in 2018. It quickly established itself as one of Steam's hidden gems, earning an 84 out of 100 Metacritic score and glowing user feedback. Though not a perfect offering, reviewers and players praised its themes, impactful narrative, emphasis on meaningful choices, and thoughtful mechanics. Moored in an apocalyptic wasteland, Frostpunk makes it easy to get attached to the individuals under your command as you wrestle with a host of moral and ethical choices. Buoyed by the positive response and ports to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, 11-bit announced a sequel in August 2021. Set 30 years after a blizzard left the planet entombed in ice, Frostpunk 2 promises to build on the legacy of the first game, bolstered by an expanding team of 70-plus people. Cast as the head of a resource-hungry metropolis, the stakes rise to greater heights as players search for new energy sources. With coal and steam relegated to the past, the burgeoning oil industry may yet save the remnants of humanity. But at what cost? 11-bit Studios revealed Frostpunk 2 in summer 2021. Though you can wishlist the game on Steam, the Epic Games Store and GOG, the developer has yet to share a release date or even a launch window for the sequel. A look at the development cycle of the first game may shed some light on the matter. However, 11-bit announced Frostpunk in August 2016. Almost 2 years after shipping survival strategy title, This War of Mine. Though the studio originally targeted a 2017 release, it shared its decision to delay the Frostpunk launch to early 2018 on Facebook, before pushing it back a second time to April 24. For us, production value is always the most important thing, and a bug-free, carefully balanced game is crucial to offer gamers the experience we want them to have, Managing Director Grzegorz Machowski said in a press release at the time, as reported by PC Games N. While it's not clear when Frostpunk entered production, about a year and a half passed between its reveal and eventual release. If the sequel follows a similar pattern, players can expect to pick it up sometime in spring 2023. However, increases to the scale and quality of Frostpunk 2, compared to its predecessor, could contribute to a longer development cycle. Frostpunk 2 developer, 11-bit Studios, takes to social media to clarify rumors regarding its City Builders leaked release date. Recent leaks and rumors have many players excited about the speculated release date of their most anticipated games on PC. Frostpunk 2 by developer 11-bit Studios was one of the games affected by a leak on Steam database, tagged as releasing in 2024. However, 11-bit Studios has swiftly refuted that claim. On March 15, a change in Steam's API granted Steam database access to internal release dates set by developers for a small batch of incoming PC games. These dates were not intended to be seen by the public, and many speculate that they are placeholders. This list of dates included upcoming titles such as Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, Vampire: The Masquerade Bloodlines 2, Dune Spice Wars, and Frostpunk 2, with an internal release date of January 2, 2024, for 11-bit Studios' forthcoming City Builder. 11-bit Studios took to Twitter to clarify information for fans speculating around Frostpunk 2's release date. Via the Frostpunk 2 Twitter account, developers stated that the launch date revealed by Steam database is false, additionally stating that any info not strictly from 11-bit Studios is also incorrect. 11-bit also playfully said that liars shall be punished in a thematically fitting nod to Frostpunk 2's reveal trailer. 11-bit Studios is the first developer to refute the internal release date leaks by Steam publicly. Frostpunk 2 was officially announced in August of last year and, assuming full development is underway, could likely release before the internal 2024 release date. Moreover, quite a few release dates in the Steam database leak are also false, such as Kerbal Space Program 2, slated for release in 2021. Fans have a firm reason to stand by what 11-bit Studios has said on Twitter. Many fans also speculate that these release dates are only placeholder, due to potentially unrealistic dates imposed on some games, such as Hollow Knight Silksong, which is reported to release in 2028 per Steam. Still, some games have internal release dates that are very well be valid, notably Uncharted on PC, which released as per dates on Steam. There are plenty of games with leaked PC launch dates within the coming months, and these internal dates could also hint at potential launch windows for these upcoming games. It won't be too long before players discover the validity of these Steam internal release dates and are potentially enjoying their most anticipated games on PC. Frostpunk 2 is currently in development for PC. Those hoping for gameplay might be a bit disappointed by the FROSTPUNK II announcement trailer. However, 11-Bit Studios manages to drive home the tension and dilemmas players can expect from the sequel in the allotted 1 minute and 30 seconds. The video opens with a sweeping shot of an oil drilling station located deep within the frozen landscape, accompanied by a voiceover that declares, "The world turned against us, yet we survived." The emphasis on oil as a potential fuel source persists throughout the frames, bolstered by glimpses of abandoned homes and shattered medicine bottles. Striking a more sinister note, the trailer zooms in on a fresh bloodstain, brilliant red against the white snow, as the announcer ruminates on accusations of betrayal and abandoning God. It concludes with a look at a bloodied and shirtless man kneeling in the snow with his hands bound, the word liar emblazoned on his chest. The audio and cinematics paint a bleak picture, reminding players of the sacrifices they will likely have to make in FROSTPUNK II to ensure the survival of their city. Making sure that everyone's demands and wishes have been fulfilled while balancing between various factions and the constant menace of never-ending frost will be your main task in FROSTPUNK II. We currently don't have a lot of details about the gameplay, as the game is still in development, but developers explain that they want to make the game that is more than just a straight-up sequel. What players should expect is a wide universe of choices, the freedom to shape the society and the city however they see fit, and reap the consequences, says Jakub Stukalski, FROSTPUNK II co-director. The scope and scale of FROSTPUNK II are much bigger than the original, but devs explain that their goal is not just to add more of the same, or bloat the game with chores, but rather to expand on the already existing mechanics, and to add meaningful new features. According to the official FROSTPUNK II website, players have a new multi-layered society to grapple with as they set out to establish an oil dynasty. Pressure from different factions exacerbate this, inevitably leading to strife and tough choices as you determine your leadership style. It's clear the sequel will feature greater size and complexity than previously seen in the franchise. What we aim to deliver to players is an experience that goes vastly beyond that of the original Frostpunk, explained co-director Jakub Stukalski on Steam. We have more manpower available to focus on all aspects of the game, from the scale, the production value, and the quality of UX. But our ambition is to do more than a straight-up sequel. Stukalski promised a stronger emphasis on choices, granting the player the freedom to shape the society and the city however they see fit. Of course, these decisions can come with heavy consequences, forcing you to shoulder the responsibility for missteps and triumphs alike. Conflict acts as a recurring theme, both internal and external, as you wrestle with the dangers of the Arctic, opposing interests, and human nature itself. Frostpunk II is set 30 years after the events at the end of the campaign in the first game, when the huge apocalyptic blizzard abruptly ended the story mode. Yet, New London has survived and even made some progress. People are still living in a frozen wasteland, and things are not getting better anytime soon. But society has adapted and learned how to use new resources in order to bolster their chances for survival. Instead of coal and steam machines, which were the main driving forces behind your settlements in the first game, in Frostpunk II, it's all about oil, a shiny new resource that is now the main source of energy in the game. After the age of coal, conquering Frostland for the oil extraction industry is expected to be the new salvation of what's left of humanity, says the announcement. However, change does not come easily, and not everyone in this new multi-layered society will welcome this new direction. Currently, we don't know much about this new age of oil, new factions, and how all of that has affected society, as developers are being rather tight-lipped about it. But one glimpse at the announcement trailer is enough to show that things are pretty dystopian. The three core aspects of the game's story and, to an extent, of gameplay are three conflicts: survival versus human values, life versus the Arctic frost, and the conflict between humans versus their nature.